Hello and welcome to today's tutorial where I'm going to show you how you can use Darwinia Network's system for swapping from the ERC20 token over to the Substrate version, and also I'll go through their dApp to show you what are the features that are available throughout the dApp. But I'm not actually going to do the swap because the Ethereum fees are absolutely humongous today at the time of doing this video, so I'm not going to spend any Ethereum fees to do this tutorial. I'm just going to show you how you can do it, and then if you're interested, you can just follow what I'm doing and basically just enter the real values and then do the actual swap. So again, I'm going to try and go through this step by step and try to explain it as clearly as possible. If you need to, please do pause the video just to follow through. And yeah, to kick this off, basically I'm going to talk about this as if a beginner was watching this, right? A person who was new to crypto and was interested to know how they can get into Ring or Keton and how can they swap from the Ethereum version over to the Substrate version. So again, the very first thing that you need to do if you're new into crypto and you want to get into Ring, you just got to know that you cannot purchase Darwinia's Ring with fiat directly. You will need to use a different exchange to purchase, say, another cryptocurrency, a major one like Bitcoin or Ethereum, on another cryptocurrency exchange like Binance. And again, the referral link can be found in the description of this video. If you go to my website with the exchange deals, you'll find a link to the Binance exchange, and then you basically go there, you open an account. I've done a tutorial on how to use Binance. You basically make a purchase, say of Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then once you do that, you need to transfer that out over to MXC exchange, or maybe Huobi, but MXC is quite commonly used. So for example, if you go to MXC exchange, you open an account there. Again, I've done a tutorial on that too, on how to use it. You transfer your Bitcoin or Ethereum over to MXC exchange, and then over there you need to buy Darwinia's Ring, which is going to be the ERC20 version on Ethereum for the time being. Now they are looking at doing that swap so that people can withdraw to the Substrate version and make life easier for them, but for now it is on the ERC20. So you need to purchase from the exchange and then you want to transfer it out, right? You have two different options here. You can just transfer it out to your MetaMask wallet, which is an Ethereum based wallet, or maybe to MyEther wallet, it's also Ethereum based. Or if you want to stake and earn passive income or dividends, you can simply swap to the Substrate version, and then from there I'm going to show you how you can stake in order to get those dividends. And again, I'm not going to actually do it, but I'm going to show you how to do it, as I was saying. So sorry if I took too long here to explain, but I just wanted to make sure that this is clear. So again, if you're a beginner, this section would have been good for you. If you've got some experience, then of course you can always switch to the timeline that interests you, because I am going to be adding timelines in this video so that you can see all the different sections. So again, just to remind you here, if you go to the market section, you can see all the different exchanges that you can actually get Ring on. And again, this isn't financial advice, it's only if you are interested. This is how I do it. And like I said, I've done a tutorial on MXC, I've done a tutorial on how to use Binance, which is a cryptocurrency exchange that allows you to purchase with fiat and sell for fiat. When you want to do that, of course, some people may want to sell their dividends, but then once you do that, you then need to go to this website here, which is called wormhole.darwinia.network, and again the link will be found in the description of this video. Again, you can see it on the top corner of the screen there. But once you're in this page, this page is basically used for cross transferring of the assets, right? Again, you can swap languages here. You can switch between English and Chinese. I'm assuming you're going to be watching it in English as you're watching this video in English. Now there are different features within here, so I know this may seem a bit confusing at first, but really the feature that you're interested in is the Darwinia one, because this one relates to this swap between Ethereum, the Ethereum version of the token, and to the Darwinia network, which is on the Substrate version, which is on its own blockchain pretty much, because anything on Substrate can now build its own configurable blockchain, even though they're not connected to the Polkadot relay chain yet until they become a parachain. So that's a different story, but nevertheless, you can build a blockchain on Substrate, and that's your own blockchain with your own explorer and so on. You're generating your own blocks, so that's great. Now what do you do here? Well, you need to click on this, and then you need to go to cross-chain transfer, and then you're going to see this page here. So what do you actually do here? Well, here we've got the option to confirm the network and connect to the wallet. So if you click on this drop down here, you can see all the different features we've got. So we've got Ethereum to Darwinia mainnet, we've got Darwinia mainnet to Ethereum, also Tron to Darwinia mainnet, and Darwinia Crab to Darwinia mainnet. So that may seem confusing. Now, they do have a Tron version as well. I recently found out about this. I didn't even know that they do. So there's basically a token on the Tron blockchain, which is the ring token. And you can swap that over to Darwinia mainnet, but the most common one is the Ethereum version. Now, Darwinia Crab is actually an airdrop that was given to people that held ring back at the beginning. I think it was before March of 2020. There was a snapshot, and if you held ring, you would have gotten Darwinia Crab, which is gonna be on Kusama. So that's basically an airdrop. But probably the most that you're going to be using is Ethereum to Darwinia mainnet. So you need to select this, then you click on cross-chain transfer, and now it tells you which address I'm connected to. And again, I am connected to an Ethereum address. You need to have MetaMask installed, which is a browser-based extension on Google Chrome, for example, or on Mozilla Firefox. It depends what browser you're using, but you do need to have MetaMask installed. So install MetaMask. Once you do that, create a wallet, an Ethereum wallet, of course, because you're going to need that when you transfer Darwinia's ring over from the exchange over to your wallet. So again, this may be a lot of information for you, especially if you're new to crypto, but this is pretty much what you have to do. You need that Ethereum wallet, which is on MetaMask, and again, it's very easy to set it up. It's like a few steps. You write down that mnemonic key phrase with the 12 words. Keep it safe somewhere. Just make sure that you're obviously noting down that that's an Ethereum based wallet. You can use that for all Ethereum assets. So you're going to need that to transfer your Darwinia's ring from the exchange over to this wallet. Once you do that, then you're connected to it, as you can see here, to the dApp. And now you basically have to choose the destination account. And we know that this is Darwinia Network account, right? This is the mainnet. So what do you do here? Well, you need to enter the address, okay? So when they tell you here to enter the destination account of Darwinia's mainnet, you need to enter the address. So as you can see here, please make sure to fill in the real Darwinia mainnet account and keep the account recovery files such as a mnemonic seed phrase properly, right? And then what you do here is you need to select the asset that you have. So be it ring, Katon, and then you just select the balance and then you click approve. Now, to actually get the address for your Darwinia account, you need to actually have polka.js, okay? Because once you have polka.js, it generates an address for you here. As you can see on the top right hand corner, I've got an extension here with a public address for Darwinia mainnet. And what I tend to do is, like I said in that tutorial on polka.js or on the polka.web wallet, is that if you have polka.js and when you create the wallet, you select the option to generate accounts for all the chains, then anything that's on Substrate is gonna generate you a new public address. So that's great because you can reuse that across the board, across all these different chains, across all these different dApps, from the one polka.js wallet, which would have your name, for example, like I've got here, Cryptos. So it generated this public address for me. So this is the public address I need to copy from here. And this is again on the dApps website for Darwinia. We'll go back to this in a moment, but basically you need to copy the address from this. And again, the link of this can be found in the description of this video, apps.darwinia.network. You copy the address, you go back here, you paste the address here in the destination account, then you enter the asset type, so be it ring or Katon, then you choose the balance and you click approve, and then you actually need to pay a small fee here. So this is just something to keep in mind. Aside from needing some ring in your account, as you can see here, you do need 10 ring for the chain transfer fee. You also need some Ethereum because you need to approve it. And you need to pay some Ethereum fees because you're basically sending your Ethereum, or not your Ethereum, but your ERC20 token version on the Ethereum blockchain, and anything that generates a transaction on the Ethereum blockchain costs fees, just like on Darwinia's blockchain, right? On Darwinia's blockchain, you need to pay in ring. That's how you pay those transaction fees, whereas on Ethereum, it's gas, but it's converted to Ethereum, so you are paying Ethereum as a portion of the fees, which are quite high at the moment. So yeah, you click approve and that's it, and then it's just gonna process the transaction. It's gonna move to success here, as you can see. Now, once you actually receive them, this is where you're gonna receive them, right? So once you receive them, once the transaction is confirmed, you'll see them here. Now it could be ring or Katon, like I said. Both of these belong to the Darwinia network. And then once you're in here, you're going to see the available amount. You can transfer that out to another Substrate based address and so on. But maybe you're interested in staking. So how do you do that? You go to staking here, and here you can see that it's associating your account. So you can see this is my account here. I've got 0 ring in the account at the moment, 0 Keton, and 0 power. So power is actually generated based on how many ring tokens you have and how many Keton you have. If you only have ring, you're going to get a certain amount of power. If you only have Keton, you're also going to get a certain amount of power. But basically it tells you here, so to get power you need to stake some Keton or ring. The higher the power, the greater the share of reward. Please make sure that you have some excess ring in the account as gas fee. So this is just a reminder here that any transaction that takes place on the Darwinia network requires that gas fee, so it requires the ring token, and that's why you always need to have some ring at all times, right? If you make any transfers. And then staking now is where you need to click. So here you can see that this looks very similar to the Polkadot web wallet. We can basically have a stash account, a controller account. It is recommended that you have different stash account and different controller account. The controller account should have the fees and the stash account should have your main assets. But again, you can use the same, so there's no problem whatsoever with using the same to simplify things. If you're not too techy, then maybe just use the same, because it's not a big deal, right? It's not like a huge security risk. It's just not recommended. That's all. Now, you can select what you want to stake. So say for example you want to stake 100 ring, you can do so, and it just reminds you here to keep some ring as fee. So yeah, make sure, because I have seen this in a ChainX channel before where somebody staked every single PCX they had. They paid the transaction fee. Actually no, they didn't even pay the transaction fee. They wanted to stake every PCX they had. They got an error that they don't have enough funds, and they didn't understand why. They were a beginner. So again, this could happen with Darwinia's ring and with Keton too. If you want to stake, people will try and stake everything. So yeah, don't stake everything, please. Just keep some there. It doesn't hurt you to keep 0.5 or so, right? Just an example here. I'm not 100% sure what the fee is though on Darwinia, so that's just something for you to check. So yeah, make sure to always keep something, maybe like even 1 ring, and see how the fees are like. So yeah, you select ring or Keton depending on which one you want to stake, and then it tells you what power you get. So for 100 ring you'd get 380 power. For 100 Keton you get a lot more because Keton is expensive. For 1 Keton you get a lot of power, 28,000 as you can see here. So then you just click bond and that's it, right? As you can see here. Let's cancel this. So there's the staking info as well. So here basically shows you the information on all the different validators. So there are different validators here that you can see. These are all the people that are helping secure the network, creating new blocks, you know, anything that you could think of that is related to the running the network for Darwinia, right? You need to be a validator to pretty much run the network, because you need to generate those blocks. And each of these validators are taking turns, right? So these are all random, and they're verifying the blocks, they're generating new blocks, and so on. There's also the democracy option here. So we've seen this in the past when I was doing other tutorials. Again, you can vote for the referendum. So this is just following the same model as Polkadot.js. As you can see, there's a current referendum here, which is still got 5 days and 19 hours left, which is basically to increase the ideal number of validators to 5 more, right? 5 additional ones, because apparently the list is huge, right? The list is huge, and they're full. So more people want to become validators and they can't. So yeah, this is how you do it, and you can just simply vote here. Vote for any of these proposals. With even if you're staking ring or staking Keton, you can vote, and that's great, right? You just simply click on vote here. You choose the account that you want to vote with. You choose what you want to vote with. Again, the coin that you've got, right? And the voting balance. So again, following exactly the same model as Polkadot, if you're voting with 0.1x voting balance, that means if you have say 100 ring, you'll only vote with 10 ring as an example. 1x voting means that you're going to vote with your full balance. 2x is twice your balance, but again, there are lockup times here. So if the proposal that you voted for has won the referendum, then you will be locked up for this amount of time. So just keep that in mind before you get stuck and then you complain and you're wondering what the heck, why can't I withdraw, you know, these kind of things. So what else do we have here? We've got the council, so we can see all the council members here. Now some of these council members, like one of them here, Feilun, he's also, I think he's a council member for Chainx as well. I've seen him there. So these are all the people here, as you can see, the members, the runners up in the list. So these are the people that want to also become council members, but they need to be voted. When there's a quorum achieved, so quorum is basically a majority vote. So say for example here we've got 7 people in the council. So let's say if 4 people vote, then that's the majority, right? You don't need to wait for any more, and then the runner-up is gonna make it. So this is just an example of how voting works with the majority. There's also the Treasury here. So again, just the same as we've seen for Chainx, for Polkadot, for Kusama. You can submit proposals here if you want to. If you've contributed in any way to Darwinia Network, you can submit a proposal. Make sure you have some ring for the gas fee, and just write down the article that you've assisted with, or that you've contributed with, or a video, or whatever it is, or maybe a Telegram group in a certain language. Anything that you could think of, stickers for Darwinia, anything, right? You just submit a proposal, and then you're going to be tipped by the validators, by the people in the council, in fact. And then once a certain number of tips are given, fictional tips of course, then the timer gets triggered. And then when the timer expires, then one of the validators can basically click the final confirmation, and then you're gonna be tipped from the Treasury fund. So that's how it works. There's also the Explorer here. So here we can see all the different blocks that we're currently on. What are the events that have happened? So the last event here was the bonding of Keton by somebody, depositing ring before that, and so on. There's also change state here. These are all developer tools, mostly extrinsic and so on. So these are developer related, so you don't really have to care about that too much unless you are a developer. And then of course going back to this. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much all you need to know here. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. Hopefully you were able to understand what I was talking about. But yeah, if you have any questions, please do leave a comment below telling me what you think. And if I'm not able to answer them, please do join their Telegram group, Darwinia's Telegram group, because you will get a lot of help there from the community and also from the admins. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.